Okay. YouTube looks like it's up. Twitch looks like it's up. Let me go make sure I'm sounding good on the app real quick. Alright, sounds good. I did realize, before I was starting this stream, I turned Celeste audio way down in the balancing. I think it was for the last, Strawberry Jam stream I did, because Golden Alleyway is kind of loud as fuck. The song they use in that level, while really good, is also kind of loud as shit. So I feel like I've had Celeste audio pretty low lately in the mix. And I don't actually think there's anyone in chat yet, but once I do get someone in, I'd like to check in on that. But those sort of technical things aside, hello everyone. We are back. We are back with some more Celeste Goldenberry practice. I'm still not even gonna really call this like attempts. I made it through the first checkpoint deathless last time, which is definitely a good start. But there's still a lot of level for me to refamiliarize myself with, and it was going pretty slow last time, to be completely honest. Which is fine, totally fine. I kind of expected that 6B would be a bit of an undertaking. In fact, just about all of the remaining Goldens are going to be a bit of an undertaking. I've pretty much done the ones that are at least moderate difficulty or less. That being said, I'm excited to get back into it, excited to give it another go today. I hope we'll make some good progress. I actually got stream started at a somewhat reasonable time. I am not going to have it run super long, though. At the very latest, I'll probably cut things off maybe 5:15 or so in about 3 hours, which I think is a pretty standard for me. But yeah, I'm excited to get back into that. Announcement and logistics wise, for anyone who has been following the D&D campaign, you may have noticed that we finally posted a new session. We have switched to a new format. We are doing the D&D sessions as offline recordings now. They'll still be uploaded and posted to the same channel, but they'll be sort of offline recordings instead of streams going forward, just so we can all sort of focus on the what's happening in the game a little bit more. I think it's been working out pretty well. We actually just recorded another session last night. I'll try to get that posted before the end of the weekend. But I thought that actually that session turned out quite well. I thought we were getting back into the swing of things with our chemistry. Priest's new character had a really stellar introduction. Nice mix of comedy and drama, all the good things you get from a D&D session. So I'm excited for everyone to be able to see that soon. As for more long-term stuff, I did want to say I'm pretty certain this will be the last time y'all see from me on stream for at least a week. I was originally looking into doing a stream over this weekend before I go on my trip, but I think I've got too much left to do at this point, so I'm gonna just kind of leave. I'm gonna just kind of plan on not streaming in these next couple days. I will try to squeeze a stream in either Friday evening or maybe even like Saturday afternoon next week. But for the most part, like, normal stream schedule will resume the first week of June, basically. I will be doing both of my regular Yakuza and Celeste streams. It'll probably be another like Tuesday evening, Thursday afternoon type deal. And then I am also looking into introducing an extra streaming slot for just some fun summer stuff. Yeah. I think that is my current plan. That's the current trajectory. I'll miss y'all next week, but I will be also enjoying myself on vacation. And so yeah, I'm hoping to just have a pretty chill practice stream today, nice and relaxing, nothing too crazy. Chat and hang out, and then That'll be where I leave it until probably around next Friday. Yeah. Okay. I think that is about all I had to say. So without further ado, I'm probably going to go ahead and get us going for today. All right, where's Celeste? We gonna get video at some point? There we go. Alright, so last time... I spent most of last time on that first checkpoint, and while I do want to review that at some point, I'm kind of vibing with the idea of mostly focusing on later sections right now. And so we're gonna get back into it. Jesus, the music gets very intense very fast. It actually, given how loud the music is in this level, it's probably best that I have it kind of turned down right now. Okay, so I did a little bit of this at the end of last stream, but the goal here is just to sort of practice these rooms that we're going through right now. I have a feeling will be one of the easier-ish parts of the level. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be infallible at them, but I have a feeling they will be a little bit on the easier side. That first checkpoint was pretty rough, I must say, so I'm hoping for something a little easier. Oh, shit, okay. So let's see. Right. Okay. There we do that. Jump. Okay. Okay, and then out and through. I remember, there's nothing over here, is there? Yeah. And I need to turn down this music in my headphones a little bit, because it's really loud. Okay, getting it down. Okay. Not too upset with where that's at right now. This, however, might be a touch more difficult. Yeah. Hitting these things while falling isn't the best. And I gotta be careful here, because those are probably more recoverable than they look. Yeah. Is the call there maybe to dash downward? I'm not sure. I don't actually think there's much left of the room after that point. So I think it might even be worth just dashing downward there. Or even dashing up and to the left could work. Because I don't, if I'm remembering correctly, I'm not even sure we need the extra dash after that point. Yeah, don't even need it. Okay, good to know. I did need it there, though. I do need it there. I think a good thing to be able to practice would be sort of like recovering that. I got way too much boost off of that, though, so... B-side golden berries, indeed. Welcome in, JCR. Hope you're doing all right this afternoon. Hope you're doing all right. So I definitely can't use the extra dash here, but here the extra dash should just be used to do whatever course correcting I need to. So I do need to make sure that that bounce right there is actually clean. This one though, not as bad. There is some forgiveness on that one as well. I almost thought I could make it over there. Not quite though. It's really hard to like shoot the momentum gap on this one and like get it perfectly so that I don't have to use the dash. So I think it's probably best to just plan on using the dash and practice different ways. So dashing up doesn't seem to be, like sometimes I'll do that just to like stall out in the middle of the air and give myself some time to do a more gentle course correction, but that doesn't seem to be the call here. Let's see, if we go like that, then like a simple up left dash is probably going to do the trick. If we get a lot more momentum than that, I think I should just plan on a down dash. Like there, that would have been the speed to use a down dash on, but earlier and not an up dash. Like that, yeah. So I think there's like 2 decent ways to do this depending on how much momentum I have going into this bounce right here. So that's a good, I do need to make sure I can like react in time to whatever I need to. That time I got barely any boost. There we go. That'll do. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yep, that would have been a good time for an up left. Another good time for an up left. Okay. Yep, that was a good time for the up left. That was a good time for a down. I was just a little late on it. A little early, I overcorrected there. Nice. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so I definitely don't want to do the extra boosting on this one. Do not need all that extra boost. I'll call this room there for now. I am probably going to need to practice it a bit more going forward, but for now I'm okay with that. Okay, I do think I need to, yeah, I need to conserve that dash here. Gotta take a kind of a tight curve around that edge right there. There we go, and nice. Can't forget about the nice cup of coffee I made for myself. And not forget about that. fake name. Welcome in. How you doing? Hope you are doing well this fine afternoon. Or whatever time it is where you live. School year ended yesterday. Nice. Good to hear. That's a good feeling. Mine's been out for a couple weeks so far, but it kind of felt like this was my first week of like actual break. Because I had just a bunch of like crazy stuff going on my first week of break. Mostly I was prepping for like a trip I was going to take. Okay. And can I please just have the controller to stay connected? Which I know that sounds weird because I went on a trip and I'm like, it didn't feel like my first week of break. But in my mind, like a trip is a very different type of break than just like actually having nothing to do. So I suppose to be more accurate, this is the first week of summer where it felt like it's just like proper summer vacation, literally nothing to do. I'll call that there for now. Probably gonna need some more practice later, but okay. Right. Okay. Trying to remember how this one works. Nope. Okay, that one we want to stay I need to go back to Celeste. I actually quite like the setup I have going on right now, where it's like I play Celeste once a week, set aside that time for it. 202, 200 out of 202. Damn, which two of the 202 do you not have yet? Take a guess. I would hazard to guess probably 7B and Farewell, or maybe 8B and Farewell. Or were you gonna leave? There's at least someone in chat I remember who said they were gonna leave 7A for the final one. $8B. That would have been my third guess. I got 7BG before I got 8. It was 7AG. Nice. How was the 7BG experience for you? Because I still have that to look forward to in massive quotations. Okay. An hour before I actually got 7BG, I died to the final cassette block. Oh, that's awful. That is horrendous. Oh, you know what I forgot? We do technically have a bingo board for golden berries. I feel like I might wait to pull it out until after I'm done with practicing, though. A lot of them feel... A lot of the bingo squares make more sense if I'm actually doing runs. Okay, that one's not too bad. Okay. It's golden feather time. So we can do that, and then over... Yeah, over and around. I'm not entirely sure why Celeste decides to ramp up difficulty so much between 5B and 7B. Because just like room count-wise... or, sorry, not 7, 6. Room count-wise, 6 is way higher than 7. Or... Ugh, 6 is way higher than 5. We still have more falling rooms? Yeah, there's like 7. It feels like there's like 7 or 8 rooms for every checkpoint in this one. Okay, we can do that. Around and over. Yep. Whereas it was very consistently 5 rooms per checkpoint for everything before this. Six BG sucks. Yeah. Can't argue with that. Ooh, that's kind of a tight squeeze right there. You see that tiny gap next to the first crystal? Is that like a demo spot? See if I can actually make that. Yeah, not too bad. Doesn't cut off too much. Can I get consistent enough with the demo for that to be worth it? It's really not that bad. I just don't know. I'm not that consistent with demos. That's part of the problem. Oh my god. Oh my god, why? That's definitely slower, but I am pretty consistent with that at this point. I'll revisit the demo idea later. It's good to at least know it's there. The ending of this room is pretty fucking annoying, though. I'm gonna say GM. I'm gonna say GM for you. Completely vibe check answer. There's absolutely nothing scientific about that. You hold left for the duration of the dashes and then let go. Okay. Keep that in mind. Alright, yeah, that does work. Yuck. What? Did I not let go fast enough? Maybe not. Okay. Better. Cool. We're getting down there a decent number of times at this point. There's definitely a room to practice. Okay. Nice! Alright, that's kind of 3 times in a row. Is this still the other? This is... Oh my god. This is still the same checkpoint. Look, this might... I'm hoping that this looks like it might be the final room of the checkpoint, but still... Okay, yeah, here's the actual end of the checkpoint. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and do second chapter Deathless, I think. That'll be next goal. It doesn't feel, like, egregiously difficult. Definitely easier than the first checkpoint, if nothing else. Okay, cool. That's one of the harder rooms. That's good. What's up with this one again? That, I guess. Cool. Alright. Oh, what? Too congratulated. I congratulated myself too early. And it just keeps fucking going. It really does just keep going. I'm definitely gonna lose some runs to that. I can already tell. Did I finish Strawberry Jam Expert Lobby? No, I did not. What I generally do, JCR, is I do Goldenberry stuff when I'm on break from school. I find Strawberry Jam to be easier to get into and out of, like, when I'm super busy. Whereas this needs to be, like, I need to do, like, be able to practice pretty consistently to be able to do Goldenberry stuff. So I tend to, hold on. There we go. I tend to, reserve Goldenberries for when I'm on break, and I just take a break from Strawberry Jam when that happens. Okay. That was what, like 5 deaths on that one, I think? And hold on. Just found this input display mod. It's kind of peak. Let me take a look. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Looks pretty good. I've actually thought before about having, like, an input display on screen, but I asked around back when I was originally, thinking about it, and it seemed like most people weren't interested in me having an input display mod back then. Maybe that will have changed since then, but at least back when I first asked, it seemed like no one was super interested in that. All right, nice. Good to hear, JCR. Oh shoot. That was an up left dash. Okay, there we go. This is the fuck, every time. The beginning of this room is nondescript enough that I kind of forget that it requires that sort of like tighter snake around, like, sort of like right to left kind of deal. What? What? Why am I dumb? that was just dumb. Very unnecessary deaths in that room. What? Okay. That's totally recoverable. I was just expecting to be able to make it to the grass block. See, that time I made it with time to spare. What the heck? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Cool. The great part about this input display is I can view the analog direction alongside what the game interprets the angle as a directional input. Gives me input clarity whenever I feel like I have an analog moment. Oh, that is good. That is good. It seems Mount Celeste still wants to try to kill you. Yep. What can I say? That's just the way it goes with this mountain. Okay, that attempt definitely wasn't better, but I did do some of the harder rooms a bit cleaner, so I'm okay with this. Definitely not less overall deaths, but more silly deaths, less technical deaths. So I'll take it. Okay, nice. Reacted well to that. Okay, I finally remembered to actually go the right way there. Whoop. Okay, very, very strange. But I got the recovery. I got the recovery, and I think that's important. Oh! Oh! Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay, 2 deaths. Not too shabby. Not too shabby for second checkpoint. I mean, I do have a feeling this is going to be the easiest checkpoint, so kind of just by default. Oh, rats. Not again. Kind of tight that you have to take that route. Again? That's obnoxious. Okay, cool. All right, another 2 death one. Not too bad. Oh, what? What? Very silly and unnecessary death. A lot of deaths this time because I'm not taking tight enough paths. Ooh, ooh, I love it when I suddenly can't do something I've been doing with pretty much no issue for the entire rest of the stream. Hopefully that was just a fluke. Okay, cool. Okay, that was 4 deaths, I think. Could be worse, could be worse. Been pretty consistent over these past few runs, which I think is good. Hey, CD, welcome in. How's it going? How is it going, my friend? Oh, what the flip. Actually been like 2 months since I've caught a Celeste stream. I think they happen at kind of inconvenient times for you at this point, because they're all afternoon. They're mostly afternoons at this point. I don't know why I kind of blew up in that room, of all places. I think that was like 3 deaths there, maybe? I work early today. Nice, nice. Okay. This time on completely unnecessary deaths with Leo Arcturus. I think I just had too low of an exit angle there. There we go. This is gonna be one of those things where I can only do that room first try when I've already made a bunch of mistakes earlier in the run. Cool. Just gotta clarify. You can't get my ego too high, CD. You can't give me too much. Oh, that's unfortunate. Didn't commit to that quite enough. Gotta unexpectedly start messing up at least one room. Again? No! I just walked off. Get ready for me to do that in a run, y'all. That's absolutely the type of shit I'd do in a run. That was almost an identical... I had very similar mistakes in that run to the one before it. There we go. Okay. That is second checkpoint deathless. Nice. Not too bad, not too bad. The death count begs to differ. Alright, cool. Ooh. Oh, gotta stretch a bit. While I'm stretching, I want to check something real quick. I always forget, how high is Mount Celeste? Because it's an actual mountain in Canada. Elevation 6709. Okay. Celeste is the unofficial name for a mountain located on Vancouver Island. It shares the name Celeste with two peaks in the Cariboo region of the BC interior. Ah, it's okay, yeah, it's up on Vancouver. Okay, yeah. Mount Celeste serves as an inspiration for the 2018 platform game Celeste. The game is about the yeah. I know all of that one. That's kind of interesting though. It's the unofficial name for a mountain located on Vancouver Island. It's not, for some reason it's not official. It's also only 6,700 feet above sea level. I wonder how bad of a hike it would be. Let's see. Mount Celeste route? Um... Tenth highest summit in Vancouver Island. The summit of Mount Celeste is an easy hike. The main challenge is trekking into the area. Oh, interesting. Okay, gotcha. So not a terrible thing to hike on its own. Is there an actual like route for it? It definitely seems like the type of Oh, hey, it's Amy. You know what, Amy? That's actually so fucking real. Jen, just feel like distancing myself from everyone and scream loudly for an hour. That's so real. I hope you feel better soon, though, Amy. I hope you feel better soon. But yeah, it looks like Celeste Mountain's one of those things where it's like you have to hike out there. It might be one of those things where you hike out there. Thanks, I won't. No, Amy! Amy, I'm sure you'll feel better soon. I mean, I'm not sure, but I really hope you do. I really hope you do. I'm sending you the most positive, feel better vibes I can. For whatever that's worth. But yeah, it looks like Mount Celeste might be the kind of thing where you like, I'm gonna leave before I start venting. That is totally fine. Totally fine. Whatever you need to do. Anyways, rock bottom. Hey, how the fuck? How does this shit work? Okay, so... yeah, something like that. Oh, okay. I will say often I find the hardest part of these later rooms in reflection-based levels is, like, route finding. Like, if you can get a semi-consistent route, a lot of these rooms don't end up usually being too bad. Is that a required wave dash? At the very least, it looks like a wave dash would make that easier. No, it's not required. Okay, cool. No, fuck. Okay, hold on. Restart chapter. I still need to practice that. That's not over yet. What's playing at the arrow? Some French noir flair. Don't want to sit next to human. I'm agoraphobic. Okay. Oh my god, what's happening to me? Walking down Montana. Oh, same old routines, same old beat. Walking down Montana. Oh. Oh, what the? Okay. Okay, that's not too bad at this point. Hmm. I fucking love saying I know it's not even, like, technically correct or anything like that, but I fucking love saying It's, like, actually one of my favorite things to do. It's a stylistic choice. That's maybe the best way to do this. I feel like it's just like a straight neutral right dash right there. Okay. Nice. Nope. Alright, I think just as big of a jump as possible here, because it'll give me a better chance of clearing that. And then just a straight right dash over there. Up and around. Okay. I'll call that good. Sometimes I don't get it. How do I do this? Okay. Seeing the pattern so far. There we go. Okay, we jump up and over, and we go like that, and then like this, and then around. Cool. Like that. Okay, but not like that. The way I just did it, I don't think is the way I should be doing it. I keep making it too high there. I'm not sure... I mean, it's not going to be that hard to just compensate for that, but like... Why am I doing all that? It's playing at the arrows, French rifle. There we go. What is this nonsense? What the hell? I got my hand on the joystick in a really awkward position, and that just did not work at all. That was really icky. Wait, is it? Hold on. It's totally that. That's so much easier than what I was trying to do with the other pattern. So much easier. What was I thinking? Alright, I'm doing decent enough on that room at this point that I don't feel the need to fuss about it too much. Oh, hold on. I think it's like... do I go like... Is it like up and around and all the way up? I think it might be up and around and all the way up. Really? And then what way? I can tell this is going to be annoying as hell. What? What? I don't understand this one. The routing on this room is definitely a bit awkward. But fucking dodged out of the way with the shit. Oh. Oops. Revolve in the air so fucking much. Have y'all ever played Unbeatable? I have not, no. I'm sure I've heard of that one before. Oh my god. Peak rhythm game where music is a crime and you fight cops? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Sounds like fun. Oh shit. Alright. Chill. Cool and normal. Cool and normal. Cool and normal. Wow. Hold up. Okay, I think we're fine. This fucking... this room is irritating. The fact that it took me that long just to get a normal fucking clear of this room is really not a good sign. The staying higher up on the wall strat definitely helps there. Just lines this up a lot better. And then just stall by dashing into the air seems to work. But I have to make that curve enough that I don't, like, just get absolutely obliterated by, the spikes on the ceiling there. Gotta be kind of precise with that one. Woo! Okay. Once I relearned this room, it's not as bad, but it's definitely on the more challenging side, I'd say, for rooms in this level. Oops. Whoops. No. No. I could maybe rectify something like that by doing like a down right dash. It wouldn't be a very comfy down right dash, but I think it could work. Alright, this strategy definitely isn't the most elegant, but it is fairly consistent, so... Okay. I have a sneaking suspicion this is going to be very much a just cross your fingers and pray type room for actually being in runs. What the fuck? That's so real. I've been getting into GD again, as you know, and there's some shit that I practice and just never get good at, so it's just like, alright, I just kind of pray every attempt that makes it. Yeah! I feel like there are, in any game like that, or a challenge like this, there are gonna be moments where something is just, it's hard enough and inconsistent enough that there's only so much assurance you can give yourself that you're going to be able to complete it by practicing a bunch. And so a lot of the times I find it's best to just get good enough at that and be precise enough with what surrounds it that you have at least an appreciable chance of making it through when you make it to that point in any given run. I've beaten like 5 hard demons this month. Hell yeah. Good to hear, CD. I kind of haven't really touched a demon since I beat Deadlocked, I'm not gonna lie. I've been going back through and doing like the gauntlet levels, just because I think those are a lot of fun. Nice little curated selection of stuff that's challenging, but not too bad. I keep wanting to go at this super fucking aggressive. Do you think it's an easy or medium demon? Whatever you want to call it difficulty-wise, it felt to me enough of a step up from Theory of Everything 2 and Cluster Hug to be, or Cluster, whatever they call, what is that one? Cluster Funk? Cluster Funk. Cluster Hug is the I Don't Know How But They Found Me song. It feels like enough of a step up in difficulty from those two to be considered an additional level of difficulty. Dallin Week's odd name, exactly. I'm literally not doing the shit I practiced. Come on, brain. Like, I do that for a reason. Me when I practice shit for a reason. A lot of people think it's an easy, though. I guess I don't really know what the, like, striations in difficulty are supposed to feel like between demons. Because Deadlocked is the hardest Geometry Dash level I've attempted or completed. Sorry, not or. It would just be and. Attempted and completed. It's hard for me to, like, get a proper frame of reference on what harder than that means. But it does feel like a substantial step up in difficulty from the other two. The other two base Geometry Dash demons. I didn't do my strat again. My strat, which I started doing because it lines me up about where I need to be to do the rest of the level. It worked out in this case, but it doesn't always. Oh, I don't want to keep practicing this room. I actually do not want to keep practicing this room. There are so many spots in this level specifically where it feels like I'm being, like, I'm being subliminal messaged into doing a wave dash, even though I'm pretty sure that's never going to be intended, because this level predates wave dashing being like an actual like standard tech in Celeste. I mean, I think it was still an option of doing it, but there's always been an option of wave dashing, but it predates wave dash being built into the design of levels. This bounce is really irritating. How many fucking rooms are we into this checkpoint? Like, I knew I wasn't gonna like this checkpoint, but it's kind of already pissing me off. Cool. Not as bad as last room for sure, but still. What the fuck? Oh, the timing on that was so ass. What the hell? Fight till we get. I'm gonna rock my audible head from grapes of wrath. Lift off to oblivion. I just don't care. I just don't care. Why does that movement leave me right in the path of the laser? I think I just need to do slightly different movement there, because it seems like it puts me right in the laser path. Yeah, something like that. You just go faster and it's worth it, and it works. Okay, but that was too early. Still possible to be too early. We could also just hang out on that wall for a little bit to delay. Might be easier than taking the more aggressive line, but, you know, sometimes I feel like it's actually better with these kinds of things to just take the more aggressive line. Because there's actually a pretty substantial stamina component, I find, to Golden Berry runs. Like, it is kind of important to do them quickly, so you don't get too worn out. Nope. There we go. There's another one. I guess I want to ask CD, what's your take on Deadlocked? Like, what would you classify it as? You've done a lot more challenging demons than I have, so I would probably defer to your judgment on how hard Deadlocked is by comparison. Alright, I'm not great at this room, but I'm... Oh, that's the end of a checkpoint. Oh. No, I was just asking what you would rate Deadlocked as. What's your take on that? It's a very low tier medium. I think that's a perfectly acceptable take on it. That makes sense to me. Do you know what the demon ladder is? Generally, yeah. Easy, medium, hard, insane, extreme? Something like that? It's a 6 on there. Oh, no, not the actual site demon ladder? No? Demon ladder. Click on references at the top. Oh, interesting. Easy. So this one, it says it's a 5 on Geometry Dash Ladder, it seems. Oh, Jesus. 39? The fuck? Why does it go up to 30 fucking 9? And the hardest one I've ever done is a 5? Fuck. hardest is 17. That's insane. That's another one of those games with just a fucking ridiculous skill ceiling. Okay, that's not... Oh, fuck, Madeline is still here. I got baited. Madeline is still fucking here. Motherfucking... Good God. Motherfucking good God, this bullshit level is long. What? Oh my God, what the fuck is that? Please let this final checkpoint be kind of small. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. What is a good path at the end of this room? The pathfinding at the end of this room is weird. It's weird. I don't know how else to put it. It's just weird. Should I eat the burger? I think you should eat the burger. Eat the burger! What burger are we talking about? I ate the burger. Let's fucking go! Why? Okay. Ah. Hydrate or dihydrate? Give me a sec. I'll go grab some water. We're doing 2? Water. Okay. Give me a sec. I know I gotta do double. Normally it's just 1 sip anyway, so I'll drink like half a cup of water, I think. That should be about good. Actually, I'm gonna go to the bathroom while we're on pause. So give me a little bit, and then I'll be back, yo. Alright, I'm back with the water. I've gone to the bathroom, I'm back with the water. We should be good to go. I have 2 cups on my desk now. The remnants of my coffee and my water cup. Alright. Here we go. Gulp number 1. Delicious. Gulp number 2. Ah, refreshing. Thanks for the hydration reminder. Let me get this down. Okay. Let's get back into it. Okay. This room just feels so awkward. Okay. That's on me, but also what the fuck. That does the trick there. Okay, I think this should work as a strategy. Cool. Okay, we go up, we go over. Okay, we grab that. We go like so. The up and to the right seems to be the right dash direction here. And, just like another up and to the right seems to work pretty well to get onto that block. Though I obviously messed it up that time. Actually, just a pure right dash might be the good way to go there. And then we, yeah, okay. This seems to work pretty well. I should have stayed low. I should have stayed lower there. Okay. Not too bad. I dashed a bit early there, I think, is the issue. Oh, what? Started too high, stayed too high. Let's keep going. A few more practice runs on this. Okay. It feels like the difference between this strategy working just about perfectly and not working at all is kind of small. Like, I think I need to take a pretty, like, shallow angle on that boost. What? Why the hell was I so low that time? What? Brain. There we go. I think if I go high there, I should go low on the next I think if I go higher on the boost, I should go neutral right on the dash. I think if I go lower on that one, then it's kind of just fine and I can climb up. That. Yeah. Oh, okay. Not too bad. This room doesn't feel like it should be hard, but it's definitely just a touch awkward. Okay. What? Ah. Brain. Brain, please. There's definitely a fair bit of variability in how you can how you execute this final section of this room. For better and for worse. That was 3 times in a row. I'm gonna take it, I think. Oh, CD, if you're still around, have you made any additional progress on your Amori playthrough? Into too much time and display. Hold on. I'm getting a call, y'all. I gotta go real quick. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, y'all. That wasn't anything like super critical, but I did want to pick that up real quick. My main rotation right now is Geodash, Omori, Slay the Spire, and Minecraft. Nice. What's my rotation? It's pretty much just the stream games right now. That's most of the gaming I've been doing. But I want to get back into Disco Elysium soon. I started that last summer before Silksong came out. And of course, by the time, you know, Silksong actually released... When Silksong actually released, I ended up devoting most of my time to that. Okay, cool. Fuck off. The second half of this room almost feels... It feels like there's too many options. Like, it's one of those things where you could do that part in a lot of different ways, and as such, it's really hard to decide what's going to be the best. I feel like maybe doing something like this is going to be best. Just getting up here, and then like that. There we go. Like, it's not hard per se. Like, it's definitely not hard. It's just like, it's like there's a lot of different ways you could conceivably go about doing this part. And they kind of just require you to be like at least mildly decent at those boosters, which, you know, is great, but also okay, I was literally doing this just perfectly fine not even that long ago. What brain, please. There we go. Nice. Nice. That's my favorite way to die in this game. That does the trick right there. Oh, when I didn't... Yeah, Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2. The fucking go. Nice. Nice. That does seem like a good lineup. I forgot to finish reading everything you said. Cool. Okay. I did not expect that angle at all. Okay. There we go. What the fuck? Brain. What was that? No. I guess it's just weird ass noise this time. Ah, okay, it's okay. Brain. What? Oh! Why do I keep flubbing the ending of this room so bad? Yeah, I'm kind of done practicing that. Okay, this dog won't shut up, so I'm taking him for a walk. That's so reasonable. Okay. Sounds good, CD. Brain. Brain, what was that? You gotta fall faster there. Okay. That was dicey. It worked, but that was dicey. Good to practice recovery sometimes, though, too. Why? Brain, what? I think I should maybe delay that fall just a little bit there. Because I've gotten to the point where I'm doing it, like, fast enough that, I am accidentally running into it sometimes. Cool. Okay, whatever the fuck that was. I'm moving on. Oh, this looks like it's gonna be fucking hot ass. Oh, I have to go out and then back in. Okay, gotcha. This could be final room or pre-final, I guess. Because for this one, final is that room. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck. Dude, what? Oh my god. No. No, okay. Nope. Ah, right into the fucking... No. Alright, dashing up and into that definitely helps a bit. Whatever the fuck that was. Huh? Okay. 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 That's unfortunate. A little bit too low. There we go. I am gonna be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure I have 100% of the tolerance I need right now to keep practicing that room. And so I am actually just going to... Alright, that's enough refamiliarizing myself. I didn't really practice those final two rooms, and I will of course be back to do those later. Ugh, eek. Okay. Alright, so it's about 4:30 now. I still have a little bit of time to stream. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try and do this first half of 6 deathless. I'm not gonna grab the berry or anything. I'm just gonna try and get the death count as low as possible on this first half. Once I get a full deathless run of the first half, I'll go back to focusing on getting a full deathless run of the second half. The second half, these checkpoints felt a little bit shorter. Like, these ones were like 8 to 10 rooms. These ones felt more like the standard, like, 5. I could be completely making that up. But, yeah, I'll first start by trying to get a full run of these, and then I'll try and put together a full run of these. And then from there, I'll probably just do some daily segment practice before each string of attempts. So I'm thinking by the end of... I'm thinking what I'll probably aim for is, like, by the end of, I'll be mostly done with practice by the end of next stream, is what I'm hoping. And I'll be able to actually start doing runs of this. Let me just remember how these first few rooms work. The rooms I was practicing for the rest of the day were very different than this first segment, I feel. Nope, not what I wanted. So what I was doing with this is doing that and then, like, that. There we go. We go up there. Okay. And I fucked up a bit, but yeah. No? Okay. tree. I'm gonna rock. Audible head from grapes of wrath. Drift off to oblivion. I just don't care, I just don't care. Audible head from grapes of wrath. What the fuck was my movement here? Like, actually, what the fuck was my movement? I do not remember my movement here. I think we did something like this. Then like that. Yeah, okay, there we go. So if you're fast enough there, you can do it like that, but I'm usually not, so we're not gonna plan on it. There's that. Okay. Yep. Nope. I remember that now. What? Rain. Rain. Baby, 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 no, 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 baby, thought you'd always be mine. I remember what needs to happen in this room, but for whatever reason, I suck. Oh my god. How the fuck was I doing this before? There, that seems to kind of work, but not really. Was I, like, fast falling through that gap? That's insane. Okay, there we go. We don't do anything here, because we still need our dash for this. Okay. Now that I have at least reviewed those first few parts, we're gonna start with this. I wouldn't say any of these early rooms are in a good shape right now, but, you know. That's okay, that's what this last chunk of practice is for. Damn. What? This room is not hard. Sometimes I get to this room and I die like 20 bajillion times. Like, it doesn't feel very hard. And then yet, sometimes I get here and I die like so many fucking times. Okay. And we'll just bounce around on here for a sec. Cool. I think it's just kind of worse stalling in midair there for a minute. Okay, cool. I forgot about that. Are you coming back? What? I don't know why I thought that was going to refresh my dash. Why is this room being so irritating? There we go. Okay. And go back and start this again. No. I don't know why that room fucking eviscerated me there. I'm really not sure. It's okay, though. That room really wanted me dead for some reason. Oh, not again. A get-fucked amount of speed from that set, from that third one. There we go. It would also be nice to hit the correct direction. Okay. I will say, I feel like there's a lot of rooms that I struggle with that are concentrated pretty early in the level. Like, I might go as far as to say I think the first checkpoint might be my weakest. Which is good in a way. Like, I feel a bit more confident that I could string something together on the later checkpoints than I do on the first, which I think is a good thing overall. What? Huh? Alright, definitely good that I'm reviewing these early rooms, because I clearly kind of fucking suck at them. There we go. Can this room not suck this time? Please, I beg. No. Get fucked, idiot. What was I doing last time that made this not miserably inconsistent? I actually don't know. Like, even that wasn't great. Like, even that was a bit dicey. Alright, before I even try to do, like, a full segment run with 2, I wanna spend some more time reviewing this, I think. Every so often when I do this first room, I end up way too, I end up, like, just ever so slightly too high there. Because normally I can just do that without ducking. But I think if you go, like, exactly pixel perfect, well, maybe not pixel perfect, but if you go to, like, just ever so slightly too high there, you absolutely can get bonked by the spikes on the way through. Did I seriously do up? This is like every run so far of this first segment. My brain has chosen one room, like actually 2 to 3 rooms to completely fucking just be, like, just actually incomprehensibly bad at. Granted, I haven't practiced this early part since last week, but still. It feels like a lot of regression. Jesus. There we go. Not getting called again, am I? No, okay. I knew that was gonna happen. For whatever reason, when you enter from outside this room, it feels like the cycle's a little less forgiving on that second one. I don't know if it's something I'm doing differently or if it's something more fundamental than that. That was too low. Ooh, yeah, okay. So my checkpoint 1 is kind of ass right now. Like, kind of prohibitively ass. Which sucks, because I was actually doing pretty alright with it at the end of last session. Okay. Okay, at least that one room wasn't ass this time. At least that one wasn't terrible. Underneath? No. Oh my god. We're seriously still doing that? Gosh darn it. Okay, there we go. Okay, at least that one wasn't terrible this time. Okay. I'll take it. That was too low! No! Just missed entirely. Cool. I think that was actually the best attempt so far on first checkpoint, which is fucking harrowing, because it really wasn't that good. It was really quite ass, I feel. This straight up! That wasn't what I was trying to press. There we go. I knew I needed to shift a little bit there. I don't know why I didn't. Okay, not terrible. I don't know why those two rooms are being so annoying today. I had them pretty down pat. Oh shit, okay. Oh, okay. We're still good. We're fine, but... Okay, nice. Okay. What the hell? Why was that so far over? Okay, that was 2 deaths up until that point. So I'm actually gonna keep this going and see if I can't get, like, a decent, like, maybe, I don't know, under 5 death attempt here. Nice, nice. That was less nice. That was a, frankly, quite unnecessary death. Okay, that's better. This one we have that. Just the hard part of that one. Cool. Height. Okay. That's not bad at all. What the fuck was I doing here? Okay, yeah. I don't remember. I don't. These are just not fresh enough in my memory for me to just try and, like, do these off the cuff, I think. To be honest, if that's the best run I get today, I'm kind of happy with that. That wasn't bad at all. That was a 3-death run of the first 2 checkpoints, which isn't, like, all that impressive just on its own, but yeah, not all that impressive on its own, but it is actually, like, not. That's pretty all right. Okay, I'm actually really getting... Oh, I did not mean to do that. I'm actually really getting irritated with dying so much to room 2. Like, why? Brain. This is not that hard of a room. It's just not. Some French Norfolk. Okay. Gonna practice this a little bit. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Just for funsies. I'm gonna spend maybe like 5-10 more minutes today, and we're just gonna see how far I can get a golden berry into this level. And the answer might be room 2. Like, genuinely, the answer might be room 2. Because I'm not playing room 2 very well today. Okay, it wasn't room 2. We can take solace in the fact that it wasn't room 2. Oh my goodness, I was a little worried there. Nice. Okay. 7 rooms isn't terrible. I think that was 7 rooms in. For some reason I have it in my head that checkpoint 1 is 8 rooms. Okay, cool, not cool. Nice. And we're back to this. Yeah. Oh, I was too high. Boy. We don't see each other much. My boy, we don't see each other much. It'll take some time, but somewhere down the line, we won't be alone. My boy, we don't see each other much. My boy, we don't see each other much. It'll take some time, but somewhere down the line, we won't be alone. Oh. Okay. That was another, like, 7-room deep run right there. Let me count that in my head. It's that one, that one, that one, that one. That's freaking room 5. That one, that's 7. That's 7 rooms deep. So we got 2 7-room deep runs and 1 run of the first 2 checkpoints with only 3 deaths. I'm gonna leave it there for today. That feels at least decently good. It's not stellar or anything, but it feels decently good. And a lot of today was just re-familiarizing myself with, like, literally like 2/3 to 3/4 of this level. So I'm gonna be kind to myself and say that I think we're about where we need to be. Next time I will probably pick back up trying to get a run of the first 2 checkpoints deathless, and if I have some extra time, I'll go for a run of the second 2 checkpoints deathless. That I think feels about good to me. As for when that will be, right now I'm thinking I'm gonna aim on next week being just a Celeste stream and doing it on either Friday evening or Saturday afternoon, just kind of depending on time. I'd really like to not have to skip Celeste next week, even though I'll be out of town and kind of busy, just so I'm not, like, losing, like, just to keep the ball rolling on practicing this. Even if it's, like, a crap session that's not super long, just so I'm not, like, actively forgetting what I've been practicing. So that's what I'm hoping for. And then the week after that, I'll probably return to a more standard stream schedule. Yakuza Tuesday evening, Celeste Thursday afternoon. Other than that, also that next week, I'll probably start trying to introduce that 3rd streaming slot again. Got some cool ideas for what that might be, but I'm not going to pin anything down yet. And yeah, I think that's about what the stream schedule is going to look like. So with that, I want to thank everyone so much who dropped by. It's been a blast. It's been a lot of fun. Y'all are great. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, we had Fake CD, Judah, JCR, and Amy tonight. Thank you all for dropping by. Really appreciate you. And if you were lurking, I appreciate you as well. So with that, I shall bid you all adieu, and I will see you all next time. Ciao!